Okay, so let's go downstairs. Is this door over here? I remember. It was 2 minutes ago. The door was stuck shut. There's no... The door's... I have a keyhole. Oh, well, guess not anymore. I don't. Let's go over here. Front door was locked from inside. I couldn't go out though. I needed to see if Rachel was here. What do I do? Oh, I unlocked the basement door. I have the key for the basement. God, you're creeping me out with running like that. There was old Christmas decorations in the box. I always hated them. The garbage bags were stuffed with old paint, cans, and supplies. There was an old key here. Did I take the key? I took the small key and tried to remember what it was unlocking. I hated it. Go inside. Go inside. I had put up this divider wall last summer so we can create a separate room in the basement. I hadn't finished it yet, so the door was stuck and the drywall was poorly installed. I might have been able to break through if I had found something heavy enough. It's not a door, dude. Something heavy enough. What really that could be? I have a new key, so let's try it out on this door. The key I had found in the basement unlocked the door. Looked like the room had been tossed around. The furniture was a mess. Did someone break in here? Did someone break in here? There was an old crowbar on the floor. Did I take the crowbar? Lifted the heavy crowbar. I appreciate its weight. Thank you, crowbar. I appreciate you. Mwah. So that crowbar can break through that drywall, I bet, downstairs in the basement. What do you guys think? Say in the comments, please. I will read it. Okay, go ahead. I'll wait. Okay, so Timothy ... 6702 Hunky Monkey said that I should use it on this wall right here. Thank you, Timothy Scott Scoop Doop 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 180. I'll do that. Yes. With a heave, I swung the crowbar at the wall and smashed a large enough hole to step through. Go in the weird-looking hole. As I stepped through the broken wall, my breath was caught into my throat. This was it. Was Rachel down here? Was she okay? Rachel? Don't. Jook? Don't. Backwards J. Oak? Okay. Don't look. Another rat? Wait a second. Oh no. No way. Filthy looking pile of rags had been dumped in the corner. I was terrified to even look at the pile, see what was laying within, but I knew I had to. I had come this far. After all this searching, after all I had seen, when I looked within the rags, did I finally find my Rachel? What the hell? What is going on? Wrapped within the filthy rags, pale and still, was Rachel. She was covered in faded bruises and what looked like cuts. Her chest was a horrible mess of blood and dirt, and I could barely look at it. The knife in my boot and gun in my pocket, were they tools of her murder? I thought about all I had seen and wondered if any of it could help me figure out who had done this. And when I couldn't stay there any longer, I stepped away on shaky legs and made my way back upstairs. Reluctantly, exhausted from my journey, I could no longer resist the urge to close my eyes. Oh my god. Oof. Okay, maybe I could use some of Rachel's traveling books to find some place to go. There's my wallet, and within contents intact. Either I dropped that stuff or someone else did. Maybe I was sleepwalking again, or maybe someone stole it from me. Norman's store, that forest water tower. Was I at those places before? Yes. I didn't see how it could have happened any other way. I must have been the one to lose my wallet and its contents. But what does that mean? You have amnesia, dude. That's what's up. I figured it out. I'm Norman Reedus. Dun dun dun. There's a letter I've taken from the postcard. Rachel, were you really having an affair with Norman Reedus? But why? I don't think things were that bad. In the letter, Rachel seemed concerned. She almost seemed worried about what Norman might do. Did he? Did he do that to Rachel? Of course he didn't. Norman Reedus may have betrayed me, but I don't think he was capable of that. I hated him. I hated him so much, but I couldn't blame him for what had happened to my wife. Norman Reedus? I respect you, dog. Okay. Safe. An old office safe sat on the floor. I used to keep tax records and important documents in it. I used digital passcode lock and I didn't have the code. Maybe I left it somewhere. Dude. I'm gonna cry, man. I'm gonna cry, bro. Yeah, bro. The mail still sat there, heaped on the ground. How long had been Rachel laying in the basement? I'm gonna go back to the basement. Couldn't go back down there, not until I'm gone. I've gone over everything. I needed to make sure I was perfectly clear. Oh. I need to backtrack. So I don't think I looked at everything up here then. Did I kill my wife? Is that what kind of freak I am? Still love the old time. Oh my gosh, you love this, don't you? Just go to the bathroom, dude. This is weird. The laptop was dead, but I found some notes and loose paper in the drawers where I'd found the key. There was a yellow sticky note with an 8-digit code on it. Oh, maybe I should write this down. Oh, crap. Okay. Did I take it? Oh, yeah, well, I guess I took it. Okay, 4R, 3U, HE, R3. The code looked like it might be for the safe, but it was kind of phrased. Okay, so it was... Let's go back to that safe then. I think this is where the safe is. Can't remember. Yes. Code I found should have access to the safe. Did I try opening? Yes. The code worked. Pulled open the small safe door and peered inside. There was a photo in there of Rachel and I when we first moved into town. In it, we were smiling outside the front of our house, which looked like a real mess. We looked happy, though odd. I couldn't remember who took the photo. Inside the safe was also an envelope. The front of it read, "Do not open until I tell you." I guess this was as good a time as any to see what was inside. Did I open the envelope and read what was inside? I know this whole event has probably gone pretty difficult. Can't imagine how hard it has been for me, too. Well, maybe you can. This isn't meant to be an excuse, but... Well, I hope you can better understand why I've done what I've done. Moving to this town seemed like a dream. A quiet place to get established, to live out our lives, and to be together. But you know as well as I do, things change quickly. Your drinking was one thing, but as you grew more distant, as you retreated into the world of yours, well, it was clear you didn't need me as much. In fact, maybe you never needed me at all, but it took all this to make you realize. In the end, though, you may have never forgiven me for this. You will never forgive me for this, and you may never forgive yourself. But this is probably for the best. You'll be healthier for this. I'm just sorry it had to happen this way, Rachel. Seemed like I had seen all there was. Maybe I thought I was ready to go back into the basement. Maybe there wouldn't be anything for me to find, but I at least had to take the last look. Dude, this is just eerie. Let's go. What is this? If I was guilty, I could take this to a warm, safe place and do something about it. Huh. Did I pick up the knife? I don't know. No. No, there was no other means of dealing with this. If I wanted to end it, I could do it. I could do it with that gun. Oh. Just thought it'd make my head spin. I left the gun on the cold basement floor. Now that I stood there, I realized I couldn't go back into the room again. I already seen too much. Maybe I should pick up something, just in case. I'm gonna pick up the knife. Yeah, I took the knife and kept it firmly in my hand. Okay. Let's get out of here. Let's find home. Okay. I knew I needed to escape that nightmare, but what about the knife I still carried? I wondered, even if I left, would it really be over? So did I leave the house forever? Yes. I left it forever and ever. Living in this town hadn't been easy. The plant had helped in some way to stay grounded. It kept me in line, gave me something to do, and helped me get away from the past. When the factory closed, everything changed. I guess that was when I had started sleepwalking, disappointed for hours at a time. I had MRIs and piles of doctor's reports, but nothing seemed to help, not even drinking. But I swear I had tried to give it up. I know it. The sleepwalking never really went away, though. But I know Rachel had tried. I know she had tried to be there for me, even when everything was falling apart. This night had unearthed terrible truths, but I knew it was a final act of a long-standing horror I'd been living. Waking up in that house tonight was the final cruelty. I wish I had remained unconscious in that room forever. Even the man I had found in that old place was a mystery. Why was he dead, or who had done it to him? Was not something I could even begin to understand, or why, for the matter, I was in that damn room in the first place. Now that I thought of it, those sewers were a terrible mystery. What had happened there? I was lucky in that way. to even find my way out of there. But I never did find out what was on that tape that I now kept. What it might show me. I had found the contents of my wallet scattered throughout town. The thought that I couldn't account for my whereabouts, but I knew I had been to the forest and even Norman's place. Well, it was terrifying. I didn't know what that meant, but at least I had recovered my things. Hopefully, I thought, that would never cover my tracks and wouldn't be blamed for all of this. Deep within those woods, though, there were things became truly awful. Finding that notebook only made things worse. Rachel's name had been on that list, so what terrible plot was she a part of? There was a similar list of names on a desk back in the tunnels. What was the connection? I knew Norman Reedus wasn't completely innocent in this. He had obviously gone back to the factory rooting in those lockers, but had he brought that poor guard I found in the end? It certainly seemed to so, but I also didn't want to believe it. After the factory, I thought I might have some solace. I could just get to Norman's store, but all I found were more horrors and more questions. Now I really consider it. That's when I should have seen it coming. Norman Reedus, what were you and Rachel up to? It was obvious things were more complicated than I'd ever imagined. How long have you been going behind my back? More importantly, why Norman Reedus? Whoever killed Rachel had probably gone after you too. Maybe they knew about you, what you were up to. I would never know peace, Norman. But despite your transgressions, a part of me really did hope that you would. When I had marched through the rain towards home, I desperately clung to the hope that this would end. And I guess in a way it did. But how I known how hopeless it was. I had started to feel as disoriented as I sleepwalked. To think of it now, our house used to feel so lively and warm, but coming into the kitchen I felt only a cold, empty tension. Every terrible thought I had up to this point was suddenly a possibility, but nothing could have prepared me. My wife dead, ruined, discarded. Rachel's death was a terrible mystery to me. Only that would haunt me forever unless I did something about it. For what solace can a man take to the death of his wife? What would I do now? Who would I turn to? It would only be a matter of time before the police got involved, before the neighbors knew. Front law was soft and giving beneath my feet. I could shake the urge that I could stand there. I shouldn't stand there, but rather should I run. Alright, well, I guess, guys, we've all learned something. Something about Norman Reedus. He's the greatest man in the world. If you're ever waking up in an abandoned area you've never seen before, just don't. Okay, so this game was really quick. Did it all in one playthrough, and I appreciate everyone for watching. Like and comment if you enjoyed. Also subscribe for more of my videos. Old Tin Man saying goodbye to everyone. Thank you again.